In today's video, we will explore Millen RV Park and the surrounding areas. The park is located in Millen, Georgia, just off US 25. We stayed at the park for about a month and really enjoyed our stay. This is a smaller park, however, with only about 20 RV sites, but if you're looking for a quiet stay, this is the place. The owner of the park is amazing and loves to get to know her guests. Welcome to Dashboard Diaries. If you enjoyed this video, please click on the thumbs up button and consider subscribing to our channel by clicking on the subscribe button. Thanks for watching and enjoy the video. As we make our way to the park, we are currently on US 25 heading north. Let's first talk about some of the surrounding areas and things to see. A few minutes north of Millen is Magnolia Springs State Park. They have a few hiking trails and some great views of nature. We spent a few hours there walking around and definitely enjoying the views. 20 minutes east of Millen is a small town called Sylvania. Another small town with a few restaurants, but they have a Food Lion, which is where we did most of our grocery shopping. Millen does have a grocery store, but it is very small. Also in the area is Waynesboro, which is about 25 minutes north, and Statesboro, which is about 30 minutes south. Statesboro is a larger city, which has movie theaters, shopping, and many restaurants. Springfield is about an hour and a half southeast and has a really nice walkable downtown area with shops, murals, and of course, more restaurants. We are now approaching Millen RV Park. GPS will want to bring you on South Gray Street to turn into the park. My suggestion is drive just north of Gray Street and turn on Alabama Avenue instead. This will bring you through a residential neighborhood, but there's very little traffic and the roads are very easily navigatable. The reason I suggest coming in on Alabama Avenue instead is there would be a hard right turn off Gray Street to turn into the RV park. By coming down Alabama Avenue, we're going to drive just past the park and come up on South Gray Street on the east side. And this way it's much easier to turn left into the park. As we travel on Alabama Avenue, I did want to mention that Millen has a small downtown as well. It's very easily walkable and is less than a mile from the RV park. You can get to the downtown area by walking through the neighborhoods. A few of the highlights of the downtown area is the Millen Railroad Museum, a small grocery store, and two restaurants, the Rounds on Winthrop and the Cafe on Cotton. Both have great food and very, very good service. As we continue our way on Alabama Avenue, we're going to be coming to the intersection of South Gray Street and Alabama Avenue. We're going to go ahead and make a right-hand turn here. And across the way there's actually a baseball field and some areas you can actually walk around. We're now on South Gray Street, and we're going to now be approaching the park from the east side, so we're actually going to turn left into the park. As you can see, the road does have a slight angle to it, so coming in from this direction is much easier. If you are familiar with the area, the park, or the surrounding cities, please feel free to leave comments down below on some of the activities or the things that you are able to see and do. I would make one suggestion that if you have the opportunity to talk to Patty, the owner, definitely spend some time with her. She has some great stories, loves to meet all her guests, and is very entertaining. Up ahead now is the actual entrance to the park. Definitely stay to the right. There are signs to keep everything going one way. As you can look off to the right, there's a lot of grass areas to definitely walk, especially if you have your dogs with you. To the left are some of the campsites up here, which would be probably better for big rigs. There are a few sites on the right that would be big rig friendly as well, and I would strongly suggest anybody with full body paint or a big rig definitely request some of these spots up front this way. As we travel through, we're going to come up on a left-hand turn up here. There is going to be some clearance issues with some trees. You can avoid them, you just have to swing out wide. If we continued straight on this road, this would lead us up towards Patty's house. Instead, we're going to veer a little to the left here. This brings us off to the side of the park, and there's probably about 5 or 6 sites back here that you could actually park at. This is a very heavily shaded area, so there's very little grass, definitely a lot of dirt. We did actually have some pretty good rains, it flooded a little bit, but nothing too major at all. There was no concerns. And as we head around, we'll be heading back up towards the front of the park. And there's definitely grass areas up here where you can walk around and definitely see. As you can see, this is definitely a very simple park. There's no laundry facilities, there's no bathrooms. You have to have all your own amenities to be able to stay here. Definitely not a swimming pool, but it's very, very quiet. If we were to turn right on this road, this would take us down about, I think it's about a quarter mile, maybe a little bit more, into an open field where you can definitely let your dogs run without a leash. As we make our way back up to the front of the RV park, definitely be mindful of the tree branches. Normally you would actually veer to the right and that would bring you back up to South Gray Street, but we're going to actually swing back around one more time just to kind of show you guys some of the grass areas you can walk around in. There was a communal fire pit right there. There'll be photos at the end of this video actually showing you that in better detail. We didn't see too many people that stayed for a day or two. Mostly it seemed like everybody is here for a couple weeks or a couple months at a time. There were some workers here working in the area that stayed. We got to meet quite a few of the people that lived in the area or stayed at the park, and they were all really incredibly friendly. Very nice people here. As we make our way a second time around the park, again, that road would lead up towards Patty's house. This next road here would lead back towards the side of the RV park. And then this is actually making your way back out towards the front of the RV park again. Just wanted to show you guys the beauty, the quiet in this park. It was very tranquil. If you're looking for a busy, happening place, this isn't it. If you're looking for something that's just really quiet, out of the way, with really nice people in the area, this is definitely the place to stay. We took a few pictures while walking our four-legged friends. In the park, they have a communal fire pit and plenty of open spaces to let your dogs run and play. We definitely enjoyed the park. Please help support this channel by clicking on the thumbs up button and consider subscribing by clicking on the subscribe button. Both are free to you, but helps us to continue to bring you content like this. If you are familiar with the RV park or the surrounding areas, please post a comment below and let us and others know how you enjoyed the area. As always, please be kind when posting comments. Take care everyone, and thanks for watching.